The influence of millions of undecided voters in this election will, of course, be crucial in determining the final result. And research consistently shows that women are traditionally more likely to consider switching support and are also more likely to decide who they'll vote for much later in the campaign. This report from our special correspondent, Razia Iqbal.
How women vote next Thursday could decide the outcome of this, the closest election in decades. A debate taking place at the Fawcett Society in London tonight has identified the importance of women voters, and some are unhappy with how little they are considered.
You wouldn't know from this campaign that anything had changed at all. So it makes me very angry, actually, really angry.
In 1997, it was the defection of women from the Conservatives which handed power to Labour. And it was Blair's babes, more women MPs than ever before, who transformed the look of Parliament. 3 years later, the slow hand-clapping reception at the Women's Institute indicated that women were being let down. Although they didn't desert Labour in big numbers by 2005, research suggests this election identified a gender gap in how women's voting patterns were distinctly different from those of men's. Rosie Campbell has done extensive research on gender and the vote. She's not surprised politicians want to woo women.
But women are slightly less interested in partisan politics, less likely to have a party they think of as being their party, and more likely to make their mind up later on in the campaign. So that makes them persuadable, which is very interesting to the parties.
It was the Worcester woman who became the symbolic swing voter in that seminal win for Labour in 1997. And this time, all the political parties acknowledge that winning the female vote is a crucial element for electoral success, and that the family is a crucial issue. So much so that talking with mothers on websites such as Mumsnet has become the virtual version of the school gate. And all three main party leaders have taken part in live web chats, all approaching the websites rather than the other way around. NetMums is another website creating an influential online community, which is showing an increased interest in how politics affects it directly.
And when you start asking, our mums who say, I don't know anything about politics, I've no interest in politics, what will happen if they take away the nursery vouchers, or what happens if the tax credits, are changed in this way or this way, they probably have a stronger opinion and a better understanding than, many tax accountants. They will be able to drill it down to the last penny, because that's how we live our lives, that's how we're feeding our children.
Senior women from all three parties turned out for the Fawcett Society debate. However, only 20% of all MPs today are women. Winning women's support matters hugely to all the parties. Those who are still undecided are in a strong position to effect the change they want. Razia Iqbal, BBC News.